Okay, it is 18 weeks since we got our baby chickens, and they're Sapphire Gems and Buff Orpingtons. It's time to combine the flocks. But before we do that, I need to do a cleaning of the coop. The run is good. I just did the run. We've had a ton of rain, so everything is kind of washed out, and I think we're good there. But inside, as I've mentioned previously, my coop is separated. There's a wall with welded wire between the two of them. So the other side is called the nursery. These birds have been out here for a couple months now, so they have familiarity between the fencing. So integration hopefully should be fairly smooth. So they are a little smaller than these, but the last time that I integrated flocks, one of the things that was difficult was I had 8 golden comets, and golden comets are very friendly to people, but they were not nice to other birds. They were bullies, so I had to get rid of them. And the breeds that I have Morans, Easter Eggers, and Barred Rocks. So those breeds I think will be okay. If I had some Rhode Island Reds, maybe I'd be a little more concerned. So I think we'll be okay. Now, here's the biggest problem. Are you pointing at me or them?
I got it. You're all in it, honey.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. So it looks like you're over that.
No.
So is MJ. Yeah. So he's my alpha Barred Rock rooster. I used to have 2 roosters in there. I had him and an Easter Egger rooster named Enrique. Well, Enrique was one of the victims of the red fox attack. Okay, but aside from that, MJ ruled the roost. He never attacked Enrique, but he would kind of chase after him. And they make a lot of noise.
Pecking.
So I do have a rooster on this side, and you can see him. Well, now you can't, but anyway, he is the unnamed rooster. We never actually named him. He is a little bit aggressive towards the hens. Not aggressive, but I mean, like, he's mature now, so it's mating aggressive. But I am concerned about when I do put them all together, how is MJ going to react to the new rooster? That's really my biggest thing. I think the hens will have their little kerfuffle for the natural pecking order, but I think it's going to be okay. But I've got to get them over into the main one, because now at 18 weeks, they should be laying very soon, and I need to give them access to nesting boxes because there's no nesting boxes in the nursery. So I'm going to go ahead and get this whole thing cleaned out. Once it's cleaned out and clean, I'll show it to you, and then I think we're going to release the hounds. Everything's cleaned up. All right, so here's the nursery. And this is the wall I was talking about. So they've been able to see each other through this for a couple months. So they shouldn't come as a shock to each other. All nice and clean in here. It smells really good. It smells like a farm. And the nesting boxes, of course, all cleaned out. I got fresh bedding in there. I had to kick 3 birds out because they was just sitting there doing nothing. And Harriet snapped at me. She was not happy about getting taken out of the box. Just in case you're wondering, that's Harriet. So we raised her from an egg. Had a fertilized egg and a broody chicken, so she's a mix, mostly Buff Orpington, but she got something else in her. You see her tail was a little gray, but she's not the nicest chicken I've ever met. I'm thinking somebody wants to go inside. That's one of my Morans. The last thing I need to do, now that everything's done inside, for combining them, I'm going to make sure that these girls are distracted. and MJ, the rooster. And I'm going to put a bunch of feed in here, some frozen watermelon, fresh water, just something that while I open the doors keeps them occupied. So even though I fed the birds already, I gave them more pellets because I free feed them in the run. I don't put it in a bowl or a feeder. I guess I feel it gives them the natural, hey, let me find my prey. So I gave them some frozen watermelon, and I added an additional water source. I don't usually use this one, but I figure if I have that one and their normal water bowl, which I cleaned and filled with clean water, that, you know, keep them occupied. And you can see how much food is in the run. I mean, I put a lot in there, you know, so, and in case you're wondering, I use Poland grain layer feed. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. It's just all these other people that I see around, you know, locally saying their birds aren't laying, and my birds are laying just fine. Don't know if it's the feed or they're just happy chickens, but I really do enjoy that feed. So without further ado, we're gonna open everything up. I did hang a fly bag because flies this time of year get big, although they weren't really big because the coop itself, Michelle pointed out, the birds are doing their business outside a lot, you know. So, and with all the heavy rain that we had, I mean, that cleaned that out, but inside wasn't as bad as it normally was. So I do have my fly trap, but I'll tell you with these things, once you start seeing flies in it, empty them, put another one up. I bought a 6-pack. So, because they will start to stink. So we're going to go ahead and open this door. And the nursery door is open inside. Nothing keeping them from getting each other. All right. And they have a water source in there as well, but
They're all fighting to get in.
I don't know how it's going to go. I'm gonna, you know, keep an eye on them for the next hour. If anything happens, I'll try to get the camera out real quick. But let's see what happens for the next 30 to 40 minutes. I've had the door open for 30 seconds, and my 2 broody girls already came in for nesting boxes. Guaranteed they're not gonna lay. They're just looking for a place. You like the handprint on the
I saw
the handprint? They're just looking for a place to hang out. And there's one of my Easter eggers. Come on in. It's fine. And the babies, you can see the door's open, free access. Not really sure what's going to happen. They're going to have to figure out. See, I put their feeder up because it's empty. I didn't want to take it down because I might have to put food in it. So, but for right now, I want to see if they go to the other side and figure out that there's food on that side. Again. What?
I think she's looking for eggs to sit on.
She is looking for eggs to sit on. I know. There's nothing to sit on, silly goose. Now that's my Australorp. I have one Australorp. That's my one Australorp. And you might say, how can you tell? She's the only one with black eyes. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, that's my Australorp. That's a Moran's, and that's my olive egger. I only have one olive egger. I used to have 2, but one got lost in the fox attack. She's kind of tiny, but she lays a beautiful olive green egg. Beautiful. And I don't think these girls and boy know what to think. So there's my rooster that I'm concerned about his safety, but you gotta let nature take its course. I feel bad at some points, but sometimes stuff happens. Hi, babies. Hi. Going out. Go that way. Look at you. You're so brave.
I think she's the brave one.
She is the brave one.
Us.
She does like... I know. She's a good girl. She wants to go back with her family. Go on, baby. This is the same thing that happened, I think, last time that I combined flocks, where the door was open, but you would have thought there was an invisible force field because nobody crossed the line.
Just turn the fans back on.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to turn the fans back on. I turned the fans off while I was cleaning here because it blows all that stuff around really bad. Fan is on. And they're a fan. They have a fan too. MJ, the rooster, is in there. A lot of the OGs in there. And let's see. Oh, there was the other rooster. He was on this side. He was on this side. It's all the babies are still on this side. They're not going, but the new rooster made it into the new run. Man, they love when they get the coop cleaned. You like it? Huh? Now look, my olive egger is trying to get into the nesting box with the Morans. Goofy, there's already somebody in there. 2 birds in a box. There's some interaction. One of my barred rocks just went into the tractor. Whoa! Wonder how long it's going to be until the new rooster chases her in. Oh, yeah, that took seconds. He don't know what to do. Let's see you try that stuff with MJ, dude. Ain't gonna work. You can't be a bully to MJ. He's bigger than you. It has been about 2 hours since I let them together. And most of my OGs are on this side. But the babies did make their way into the old run. Like the original run. So, I mean, we have them all kind of standing near each other, which is nice. I don't see... Oh. Hi, Barred Rock. Hi, Olive Egger. I don't see the younger rooster. So far, so good.
I bet you they are digging it, being out with so much room.
What's
So
that?
much room for extra activity.
So much aerobics in here. So many activities. Do step class. It's making my head spin how many activities we can do.
That's right. Although I'm waiting for some of the younger birds to come over to the Amazon run.
We got one over there that's mingling.
Well, yeah, one of my Morans is mingling with the babies, and there's a Barred Rock actually in a dirt bath right there. But Coral, now Coral is my original Buff Orpington. So she's the same breed as the gold color ones you see over here. She's a very friendly chicken. Now that's a social chicken. She'll let you pet her and pick her up. I'm gonna walk in and see if I can see where the rooster is. All right, there he is. Go away. Go away. Go on. Wacko. The other rooster came outside. What's up, buddy? So far, the plan is working of overfeeding for the day. They're doing a good job doing their eating. So you can see we have some of the new chickens in the Amazon run, including the new rooster. He's back there. But there seems to be peace. New ones and old ones together. This is fantastic to see. Super happy that nobody seems in a kerfuffle. New, old, new, old. New rooster, and MJ is taking a dirt bath. My original rooster, he's cleaning himself. Good boy. You excited to see that, Michelle?
I love seeing the new babies out here.
It's nice. Michelle has a big old bandage on her knee because the cat really scratched her.
That's Jason's first aid skills.
My doctrine.
It was a big scratch.
It was a huge scratch. But look how beautiful these new buff Whippingtons are. Hello.
California girls, my blonde beauty.
I know.
Oh, don't fly away.
Don't fly away.
Don't fly away.
I think the babies are loving it. Look at one of the new babies up on this roosting bar.
I see.
That's a new one. That's an old one. This is great. I couldn't have hoped for such harmony. It took 3 hours to clean the coop. Normally, I have Michelle helping me with that, but she had to fill out baby shower invitations for our daughter Stephanie is having her second child in August. So Michelle's throwing her a baby shower. So she was working on that. So it took me 3 hours. I put my Finding Nemo shirt back on after I got my shower. And as you can see, it is harmony all around. And I attribute it to a couple things. Number one is they had adequate time between the nursery and the main coop. They were familiar with each other. They weren't strangers. You know, they saw each other during the day, during the night. Number two, everything is clean. There's no quote-unquote scent of the other ones. There's no territory kind of like built in. And the third thing is that, like I said, I put plenty of food, and I had the frozen watermelon, plenty of water. There's nothing that they're fighting for. You know, they're not fighting for food and water resources. And the last thing, I said 3, but we'll say one other thing. I waited till 18 weeks when you can, as you can see, the babies aren't that much smaller than the original girls we had. So we had 11 birds, 10 hens, and 1 rooster that we mixed with our OG flock. So now we have a total of 34 together. So it's 2 roosters and 32 hens. But that's going to do it. I just wanted to kind of show you my integration. It looks like it's okay. You know, I'll follow up in the next couple days to see how they did for like going to bed, how they were in the coop. But I just wanted to show the initial combination of the 2 flocks. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Have a great day.